Is that coffee milk good this morning? Is it helping? Shake it. Well, all my kitty cats are accounted for. That's a good thing. Gray was a little late for breakfast call this morning. Hey, Donnie. I'm taking just a minute to cool down.
Oh, well, it's plenty cool out here.
It is. It's chilly. Are you doing the wheels and making Ruby look all nice?
I'm trying to keep her looking nice for my pretty girl.
And he's hiding out while we all get ready to go. He doesn't have to deal with grumpy people in the house.
Yeah, that probably has a little bit to do with it.
I love you. Thank you for taking care of Ruby.
You're welcome, pretty girl.
Bye, Donnie. You be nice and comfy right there.
Yeah.
It's too cold to run first thing this morning, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna wait till it warms up a little bit later today.
I'll see you in a little bit.
Alrighty.
Bye, Midnight. Bye. We ready, Johnny?
Yep.
Okay. Poor Joey, he has to wait until I walk out here. Good morning, Ruby. Still waiting for the swallowtail butterflies to show up on the Yoshino cherries, but here's a picture from a few summers ago on a butterfly bush or buddleia. So Johnny's pretty excited back there.
A Moltres appeared out of the field research. If you get all 7 days, I think a legendary appears.
We weren't expecting that. Yeah, this is the first time completing 7 days worth of field research and getting the bonus box. And it was a Moltres! Sky's this really nice shade of darker orange this morning, kind of even. Have a good day, guys. See you for clubs this afternoon.
You too, Mom. See you for clubs.
Hey, Tuxie, Mom's home. Hey, bud. Hey, bud. There's Gray Girl, too. The sweet sound of coffee brewing. If only I liked it black. I don't. So I'm home and I'm cooking breakfast for me and Dawn now. I just played Pokemon for a few minutes on the way back and enjoyed the pretty sunshine. It's chilly out there this morning. We had an overnight low in the 30s, but it's warming up. So I'm disappointed we're not having robotics this afternoon after all. I'm required to have a staff member in there with me, and there just isn't anyone available to babysit me today. So we had to cancel. I'm disappointed. And Joey said he's not going to do his chess club. He's just going to let me pick him up normal time. He doesn't mind missing a week. That one's not continuous from week to week like the robotics is. So missing a week, you just show up the next week and find someone to play with. I offered to wait around and let him do chess, but he's okay with coming home. So I guess we're going to have a normal afternoon, and then dinner, and Johnny and I will take off to our nightly Thursday night Taekwondo class at 7. Oh, Donnie, here you go.
Yummy, yummy, yummy.
Yeah, when you're eating low carb, that's the kind of breakfast you get.
Right. You done good. Thank you, sweetie.
You're welcome. So in car-related news yesterday, I decided to research getting Joey enrolled in driver's ed. Wanted to see if they had classes over the summer. So the way it works here in Wake County and in North Carolina is that they partner with Jordan's Driving School to teach all of the driver's ed, and they do it after school, weekends, some of the breaks where they're out for a full week, and of course over the summer. And the classes are run at local high schools, and the summer classes, at least, it's a 1-week class from 8 in the morning till 2:30 in the afternoon. I think the kids have to have, it's either 30 or 40 hours of classroom learning, and then so many hours of actual driving experience. And then once they've completed that class satisfactorily, and assuming they have good grades in school, then they're eligible to get their learner's permit. Here it's 15 you have to be. So Joey will be 16 in the fall, so he's certainly eligible. His first reaction is, Mom, I don't want to learn to drive. I don't know how he can be my child and that be the case. I think he's just scared, right? So I told him it's a life skill everyone should have, whether or not they choose to drive much. And we talked about it. I mean, I think it'll be just like going to summer camp. And I think I'm sure they've had other students that were a little leery of getting behind the wheel. I mean, since he's didn't grow up on a farm, all he's got to go on is the little Jeep that he drove, you know, the one that was like the little mini Teslas that the kids have now. The boys had a Jeep when they were little, and Mario Kart. I mean, that's all he knows, right? Well, and driving with me. Hopefully that's not a bad thing. Anyway, we'll get him there. So I picked in the order of, you know, our 3. They ask you to pick 3 classes, and then they do by the oldest kids applying get picked first, and then down toward the youngest. Obviously, since he's getting closer to 16, he won't be the youngest. They can start applying for the driver's ed class at 14 and a half, even though they can't get their permit until 15. So anyway, I'm waiting to hear back what week he might be able to go, but hopefully sometime in June, and hopefully it'll be a good experience. And then, oh my goodness, I might have to let him drive me someplace in the Honda. I'm out here with my big camera and the yard help. Watching the hawks. They've been doing a little nest reinforcement today. I've seen several big sticks be carried up into the nest. It's over in that direction. My lilies are looking really good. These ones here closer to me, closer to the front, were planted first, and the ones right along the wall there at the back, they were planted last year, so they're not quite as big, but they'll get there. They bunch up pretty quick. Bye, Donnie.
Bye-bye.
Hey, buddy, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good.
What'd you do at school today?
It was really just a regular. I didn't get any new math homework because Miss Williams was out, so yay! Now I have to focus. Maybe I can get my Spanish done, and I don't have to worry about my makeup work anymore.
That would be good. That would be good. Sorry robotics didn't happen today.
Yeah, this is how I feel about robotics not happening today.
Yeah, hopefully next week it'll work out. There's Joey and Ruby. Johnny and I are walking into Harris Teeter. He wants his free cookie, and I want a spaghetti squash. Hopefully they have them. Hi, Tux. Our dusty greeter is waiting for us.
So I'm sitting here watching the Masters.
Thinking about a nap.
You just kind of ease through the afternoon, right? And all of a sudden, this screech, yelp. You know, it's like, she's sitting right next to me, right? And all of a sudden, she erupts. So, sweetie, tell her why you're erupting.
Elon has spoken, and he says that in the future we are going to be able to request software updates, not just wait for the roll of the dice for them to trickle out to our car. Yes! You know, really, there's more Easter eggs coming, and now I'm also going to be able to request software updates. See, he knows my birthday's coming up. He does.
That's what thank you, Elon, for her birthday present. I'm off the hook.
I don't think so.
Oh.
It's meatball and spaghetti squash night at our house. A family favorite with plenty of leftovers for school lunches tomorrow. So seriously, in our effort to eat low carb, we do spaghetti squash instead of real spaghetti. If you've never tried it, you owe yourself to try it at least once. And I put pulverized pork rinds. I use a hammer on a bag of pork rinds instead of breadcrumbs, and it works great. Guess what time it is?
Taekwondo time!
Yeah, we had a nice relaxing dinner. Extra 15-minute cushion to sit there. That was nice family time, but it's time to go exercise. Don's already done his run. It's not fair. So I've reached a point where I want to upgrade my iPhone 6 to either an 8, an 8 Plus, or a 10. My 6 is not performing well at all anymore. I'm primarily noticing it in Pokemon Go. My person doesn't move like it's supposed to. It's like the GPS just, I don't know. The whole app's hanging. I'm having trouble with it. It's like there's not enough memory. It has 128 gigabytes. It's the high-end, most space available for a 6 phone. And it's not full. It has 30 free gig. So I wiped the whole thing and reloaded it. I went through several articles on the internet that suggested troubleshooting tips, and if it worked at all, it worked for a very small amount of time, and then it wasn't working good again. So I'm fed up and I'm ready to move up. It's meeting all my needs, but I can't handle the performance anymore. So I suspect that I need to go with an 8 because it fits in my hand. I can hold it in one hand, and I'm used to the home screen button. And the battery life and the camera should be just fine. But I'm really torn with not going for an X because I would love a better forward-facing camera for selfies. I am sure I would use some of the more fun, interesting camera functions that the X has in selfie mode, and the animated emojis and that kind of thing. It appeals to me even at my age. Yes, it does. So I don't know. The X is kind of in between size, hold in your hand size, the 8 and the 8 Plus. When I bought the 6, I literally went to the Sprint store and sat there for an hour putting the 6 and the 6 Plus in my hand, trying to decide which one I wanted. And I left with the regular 6, and I never really regretted it, except, you know, phone envy a few times when I saw people out there that had, you know, the 6 Plus and it was big and it, you know, looked nice. Battery life is really important to me, and I understand that the 8 Plus is the best for that. Although the 8 has really good battery life too. So I don't know if anybody has any thought, if anyone has an X and has any thoughts or feedback. I read some articles on, you know, the 7 reasons why you should get an X instead of an 8, and the 10 reasons you should get an 8 instead of an X, and you know, all that did really was confuse me more. That's all it really did. I'm gonna end up with an 8, but if anybody's got any comments, let me know. Phew, that Taekwondo class was hard. No carbs. Need more carbs to do that class. But we're home and it's after 8 o'clock and Ruby's charging.